This is the analysis of Apollo 11 flyover on the moon, and I'm just in shock. I went to look back at the original video and it's been censored, the one that was on YouTube. You can't see the detail of the structures that I put in the book, so just put Google Zdenko Musibabic blur books. Yeah, I'm in shock. Lucky I saved everything, so I'll just take you to that site now. So there's the book there, Apollo 11, The Untold Story. And all you do is click onto that. It's actually free view, so I did organise it as a educational source. But I had to put a price on it, obviously, to use blur books. But anyone that clicks on it can read it for free. Now here's the problem. Let's go to the video now. So this is when I first saw it. It's landing on the moon, July 20th, 1969. The video was a lot clearer. So basically this takes you through the moon landing. And I've just got the volume on there as well. Let's have a look.
72 perigee plus 00085.
So this is when I saw something unusual. After it flew over an area that obviously you can't land on, it started to rise again, which meant it actually wasted fuel going back up. Now, because they actually did go and orbit the moon prior and had all the detailed maps, there was no reason for this. So let's go back now, detail. This is where things are not making sense.
Down 86 minus 00.
So let's go now, step by step. So this is the area that I noticed structures, and yet when I look at the video now, the structures are not that clear. These are the structures on the ground level. There's quite a few angles, openings. They're the ones I analysed. Now, the ones I specifically remember are these ones here. That walkway going down, the structure there with two objects sticking up. Especially those twin towers that were right there. Now, they're very dark here. They've altered the colour and the darkness and the resolution, so I can't film the detail you're going to see in the book there now using this. This has been altered. I'm very upset because I didn't think they would do that. I wasn't sure how they could do it. So you can't see anything in there. That's where the twin towers were, and that's where the walkway was, and you'll see in the book that object there, you'll have a precise definition of that tower there. Which means they've gone in and actually edited this. Now here I had a building. When you would see the actual layers of it. You'd see the dome on top. You see it a lot clearer. And the structures I had here on top, you'd see a lot clearer as well. That angle there and the square object there. That was so I was very surprised they did that right here especially. Now there was a large square building there. See, all these areas have been airbrushed. You see like airbrushing happening where there's structures right there, there, there was something there they airbrushed. You see like a smudge where there should be an object. Now the one I analysed was right here. There was a very nice structure there, and there was a square building right there. That tube and that area there, so they've gone in again. I'm very surprised. Now I'll show you the book. So this has been altered, I know, because I spent a long time on this.
Apollo.
I analysed quite a few areas in here, especially the one I remember was those twin towers looked like twin wasp nests right there. And this was that shadow, it wasn't there, it was clearer, and that walkway was a lot clearer, and that structure there was clearer. You'll see them in the book now, especially that. There's no way that image was there when I analysed it. That was a lot clearer, and those twin towers were there looking like wasp nests. Let's go back to the book now. Before I forget, this is where see how it now goes very high up again and shoots up. You see, it starts to waste fuel doing that. Now, if you look at the book, which will use CTRL then 1, that's 2 times zoom, using the Zoom It download from Microsoft. See the object there right in the middle. See how it's clear now. That object was very dark with the dome on top. You can see the structure of it. Now if you look at the walkway, that was clearer. And then if you look at those um, other structures right there in the middle now, you'll see the wasp nest type of structure, and you'll see more of a definition on there. So someone's darkened the images and also changed the resolution, so not that clear. So this is a typical response, but I didn't think it would happen actually. So these are the images in the book. Let's go through it now. Basically, what you'll see as we go closer and closer, the areas that I analysed in the book are a lot clearer. So let's go now to this one here. I see the structures clearer there. The colour was good and I could get a lot more detail. You'll see that square structure in the middle, near that object there. That's the original photo on the left. Then I used a filter to just brighten it up. There's that square object there on the right. That looks like a pyramid structure there. That was on the left. That's number 2. Unless I used enhance, I don't think this is the same quality that I analysed in the book. So in the book you'll see the structures very clearly. Now this is interesting. You'll see what looks like a dome on the left. This is number 1. And on the right there's like a pyramid structure going up step by step. So that's the enlargement of 1 there. So I went really close into the detail of that. There it is there. And you can see what I'm talking about, the square structure, then it goes up like that, various layers. And by enlarging it, you just see a bit more of the detail. There's something there, especially those openings. Now, you have to be cautious that those are not just accidental aberrations where you stop the film. See how there's a lot of detail in those structures down the bottom. There's a lot of detail. In fact, immense detail, which I can't get now by looking at the original again. Those lines running horizontally. This is where we come to that area that I'm 100% sure when I looked at the video, there it is. That's my evidence now. This is the area that I analysed in the book. And you had that like tower there. It looked like a duck's head, 2 objects hanging out that side. And the area I analysed were these twin towers, which you can't see in the film anymore. Let's have a look what I'm talking about. That's a lot clearer now. Going down, you can see the twin towers there on the right. That walkway is very clear. There's that object on the left top at the top of the walkway. I used a blue color there. So that object is obviously that one there. And these are the twin towers I'm talking about. Here I can see them on the film now. They've been blurred, so they're darker. They've just dropped down the resolution over the whole film and replaced it. I don't know how they can do that. And there's a beak of that object. Looks like a duck's head right there. There we go. Now, this is what I'm trying to tell you. When I zoom in now, I can't get that detail anymore. See that object on top? Then it's like a zigzag pathway down there, and you see like that perfect example of that tower there. Look at it. It looks like two objects like beaks in some sort of chicken head, but at least you can see those objects there. Then we come down to that building number 2. It's pretty clear, the openings. Now this is where those twin towers have just been totally, look at them there. You can actually see them there. You actually look at the detail. See all that detail? I can't see that in the film anymore. That's what I'm confused about. Can you see the detail of those twin towers there? You can't see that. It's totally dark now in the film. At least here I can see detail, and I can actually look at the detail of those twin towers. I can't do it anymore using that film there. It's been blurred. Then we can even look at that structure there in more detail. Again, you can't see that anymore in the film. It's very dark. There it is there. Again, at least I can see these objects. Let's go back to the tower. Now we can go back to the video and have a closer look now. See how I can see it there? See how I can see the structure of it there? There's a definite twin towers there with openings on top. See that? Let's go back now to the video. So this is the original video again. And let's go through this now. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. There's a structure there that I analysed very clearly. Now, I want to go to these twin towers straight away. There it is there. Okay, you see the walkway, you see everything right there. Now let's see if I can use that enlargement feature. Yes, I can. The towers there down the bottom of the walkway is blurred. The top is blurred. And where the twin towers are, that's totally blurred. You can't see the detail as it was in the video. You can't see anything there, correct? It's very smudgy. It's very blurred. And the structure's there. So basically they've gone in and changed the resolution of it. Now let's go back to that structure further down. There. That also has been altered. Because when you zoom in, you can't see what I actually analysed there on the right. That had a nice square object there in the book. So they have now gone in and just blurred that very, very gently, enough to actually alter those towers. You can see those towers very clearly there. So I'm doing a step by step. Look how I should be seeing stuff very clearly now. Right there. That's probably the clearest I'll get it. Now when I zoom in, there we go. Those twin towers I can't analyse again. They're blurred. Okay, and you saw the detail in the book, and there you see just that twin tower with the two beaks that looks like a chicken's head down the bottom, but the whole walkway is blurred. You cannot get the detail I had in the book. See what I mean? Look at that detail we had. Now go in the book now and look at that detail that I had in the book. It's clearer. You can see the twin towers there. You can see structure. You can see clearer structure. It hasn't been darkened. You can see the structures there very clearly, those twin towers and the walkway. And then obviously if you go next few pages, look how clear that is. Look how clear that is there. Look at the walkway, how clear it is. And that structure down the bottom looks like a chicken's head with an eye and two beaks. Look how clear that is. Look how clear those twin towers are there. There. At least you see the structure of them. You see something there. You can work out what it looks like. There, especially that image. Look at that detail. It's not fantastic, but it's a lot better than what it is now in the video. Here's an example now. That's what we're looking at there, and that's how the video now, you can't see them at all. Look at that detail there that I've got of that area. And this area number 2 is that one. Let's go in and look at that detail we've got. Look at that. Look at the detail there. That tower coming up. Now you blur it. Obviously, when you go more closer, you blur it, but we've got a lot of detail. Now, this is where the area was darkened a lot as well. This area here is very good, number 3. So this is area 3. We'll look at area 3. Look at the detail of those openings. The dome there, structures there. Especially in area 2. If I go now back to the video, you can't see what I'm going to show you now. You can't see those precise openings. And they all look like openings with arches. That's the important thing on these. Then I was very surprised why I saw these openings in Apollo 11, the Untold Story, these structures on the wall in the module, like little sculptures. This is important. Look how clear I can get into that. Look at that. Now, if I go back now in the video, you can't see any of that detail. That's it there, and look how clear I've gone into that with the openings. And then that area there. Now, that area there has been blurred out now. I'll show you which area. Let me go back. That area there, there's a nice big smudge mark there now, because that was a nice square structure right there. And you could see these arches, and not arches, domes and things like that. See what I'm talking about? You can still see detail there. It's a pretty square shape, and those, obviously those structures right there. We can go back in the book in that area, and you won't be able to see any of that. That's the area that's now totally smudged. You can't see those domes, openings, or anything. Let's go and have a closer look. That is very good detail there. Look at that. There, right there. That's a totally fantastic shot there. Let's go on the video now and see. You can't see any of that. This is right on the hill there. You'll see the domes, and this has been blurred now and smudged. Before there was a nice square shape there, and you'd see precise detail there. And there was that object that I filmed with the layers and the dome. I can't see anything there now. Look at that. Look how blurred that is. You can't make heads or tails out of that image. Can you see the difference now of the blurring effect after I've analysed this, and then that's been replaced on the tube? There is no detail there to be seen. That area has been totally blurred. This area. So if I go a step down, that area there, see how all that is blurred and smudgy, and before there was a nice square shape right there. See how they blurred all of that there? There was obviously something important there, and that's how they actually censor things. So this is the area. Look at that area there, and I'll take you straight away back to the book now. Now look at those structures there. That's what I told you. That's been totally blurred now. You can't see the detail that I analysed in the book. There, number 4 area. Look at the detail there. Don't tell me that's the same now as what you see in that video. Let's go back. And then obviously that area right in the middle. Look how clear I got that structure with all the layers and the openings. It looks like an insect nest, wasp nest type of structure. Can you see how I've actually analysed that? I should have put that on a whole page and not divided it like I did there, but obviously I can do one more, a book, and actually show the difference. Now, if we zoom in, look at the detail there that I got in that structure. Look at the detail there on the right. That's now totally gone in the video. I sort of suspected they might do it, but I'm glad I kept the detail. That detail shows a lot. I still can't get over that detail that I got right there. It's fantastic. Look at that. Look at that. You'll see the actual structure of it. And it hasn't been blurred out. Perfect. So obviously you have to take my word, that's what it looked like. Here it is there, one more image of that area. That area, at least you can see a square there. You can see all that square. Now that's all been fuzzed out in the video. You can't see that intricate structure of those areas right there in the tubes and the domes. See what I'm talking about? Look at that. And that perfect square there, that's not anymore in the video. These are definite structures on the surface. That's an alien base. It's an alien structure there. Buildings, tubes. Let's go back. Here's what I'm trying to tell you about. You see obviously that area there. See if I can enlarge that as I read the book. Okay, let's do it a fraction at a time. See that area there? The round thing, a dome on top, the openings down there. Here you can see the nice square structure up there, which is totally blurred in the film. See it? See it? See it coming up? Do it again. See it now? Look at that structure. It's very important. Now let's go back to those twin towers using the same way. And also this object here. Let's go in step by step, but rather than going too extreme. Can you see what I'm talking about, these towers as well? You see how they're a lot clearer here? You actually see like two definite front parts, the openings up there as well. See them? See that structure there? You see the precise openings there? That's what it really is. In the video now, they've been blurred. See those openings right there in the structure? That's all the things I'm trying to show you. It shouldn't have happened, but it did. There's a lot of detail that I didn't manage to catch in the book, especially that one. That's fantastic. Let's just do it very gently on this one, slowly, so you can see it. The lines there, the square openings. Definite structure on that. That large object coming up. Openings there. That's the sort of stuff that I'm trying to explain. I'm upset because obviously it has been changed. There's a good reason then. That means I'm on the ball. Look at the precise openings in those objects when I zoomed in. This is what I'm trying to tell you about. Let me zoom in now. Look at those arches there. Look at that. Look at that object, how it sits there and provides a a dome and things like that. That's a sort of structure that I had in on the original video. Those openings are very precise. Those arches are very precise. Those zigzag lines and things like that. This is important down there. All those individual openings have precise arches to them. So these are definite structures. Look at those openings. Every opening has a precise arch. It's always down the bottom of the structure. And then you've got larger structures in the middle. Especially this one with the square openings there and those square shapes and angles. See what I mean? There's a lot of detail there. Always the arches are there and the openings. Look at that detail of those objects. The exact arch, the exact openings down the bottom. Like on Earth, you'd have structures supported by arches. Then these are peculiar shapes. That square shape, that opening there. Let's go back. That square shape, dome on top. Look at that. Let's keep it at this size so I don't go in and out and zoom it. Look at that exact line. They've got arches there, they're like a roof and then arches and openings where they should be, like on Earth. Those precise square areas. There's too much happening there to be incidental. Let's go back so I can enlarge and show you step by step what I'm looking at. All this detail is gone now from the video. They just altered the darkness and the resolution. They do it with a few clicks, then repost it. Look at that. Look at that object coming up. Let's just go a double straight away. Look at that detail there, that structure. Now when I say the detail, there it is, there's the dome, there's the opening. Those lines, those openings there, especially that one coming up. Look at that. There's a lot of detail down there, which you can't see anymore in the book, in the video. This requires me to zoom in a lot more step by step. You ready? Let's go. Openings there. Very precise. Look at that. That's very precise. Let's see if we can increase the fraction again. The images are coming out good. That one. That's perfect. Look at that structure there. Look at all those things there. That opening there, like windows, everything. Then we've got this structure there as well, that nice white one. It comes up. And then I've just enhanced that image as well, right there. Right there, look at that. Look at that square, then the square top on it. See if I can enlarge it, show you what I mean. Here we go, just keeps coming. Look at that. So this has all been lost now in the video. You can't go and see that detail now. They've actually altered it. And this was important. Why would these same structures that I analysed be sitting on the... So when I looked through the Apollo 11, The Untold Story, National Geographic, I saw what looked like these tent structures hiding something, and that light came on the screen. It was a red light that was emitted from there. The problem is when you zoom in, look at that detail down there. Why is it there? Is this a computer simulation that astronauts might one day land on alien objects? And obviously it looked very real inside. I looked if it was part of a film set. It wasn't. My belief is that's Jim Lovell. That's his nose, Jim Lovell. That could be Neil Armstrong, but I don't see any pictures that he's got that mark on his nose. But that's the sort of they're the sort of eyes he had. Now this is confusing. When I look again at them looking out of the window, I see these structures on there. So when I zoom into there, this is on the wall. They're like little sculptures. They look exactly like the alien objects on the ground that I analysed, like that one. That looks like that. So maybe that's on the wall, so they know what they're actually coming close to. It's the only theory I had. See him there on the wall, and he looks through. That red line is there, so that's a real red line. Obviously, something red is emitted. And they're those structures I found on the ground. So that was my indication. Why am I seeing those sort of structures again? Then you look at the detail of like a tent-like structure. The arches there. That's a high zoom down the bottom. Now when you go deep inside, under the tent-like structure in the crater, you'll see a lot of light emitted. It's like it's an energy source being hidden there. See it right there in the book? Let me go back and enlarge it. So that's where I found it, right there. So there's quite a fair bit of detail, so it's not accidental. So some sort of energy source. Was this accidentally taken from a real Apollo mission and placed in the documentary by accident? Look at the arches, the strange objects there. Look at those strange shapes on the ground. There's too much detail there to be just from a film set. So through the window you see the red lines coming through. And obviously there's more structures there. So these are the sort of things that I got from the first book. And you can see the pictures are very good, but when you try to find the same things again in that video that I analysed, you won't be able to find them. That's why I'm very upset. Someone has gone in and just altered all of that detail. My question is, why would they do that if this is just innocent blobs? Look at this. Look at the detail of that. There's very good detail. Look at that. Look at the precise squares and openings. The openings there you can see. Look at the shapes that I've got. Look at that shape there coming up, and that one. You can't see that anymore in the video. That one's very important because here you see it's a square. You'll see the domes there. You'll see the structures there. That's all blurred out now in the video. It's all dark and blurred. You can't see any of that structure. And that is very good structure. I keep on enlarging. I can still see good stuff in there. So that's even hitting 500 zoom. See those there, the structures, the domes, that beautiful square structure there. It's all clear, but you can't see it anymore in the video. They've altered the resolution and darkness. Very surprising. Now, when you put in the search YouTube Apollo 11, The Untold Story, and there was actually a National Geographic documentary, all Apollo 11, The Untold Stories have been removed. They're not there again. Now, one person has put it on there, so you can see what they're on about, because they talk about that UFO, and that's my documentary there, film showing alien structures. Now, this is important because that 10 seconds that I analysed has been removed from this documentary. And someone has been able to put it on there, but they've been very cautious. I'll show you how. They've actually placed a part of it inside.
Anymore until we came back.
See how they've put all those... That's the original UFO they're talking about that appeared next to them. They're similar to the objects that I'm getting under telepathic control coming down. Now, they've done this for a reason. It can't be censored, it can't be picked up, because if you have this little one inside of a larger screen, that means it can't be removed for copyright reasons. So someone's put that there for a good reason. They've all been removed, especially after I analysed it. See what I mean? It just doesn't add up.
Said something like it was 6,000 miles away because of the maneuver. So
and especially that part that I analysed in... Okay, that's the UFO coming in now. That's it there. So I'll try to stop that at a precise spot where it's not blurred. And they're the similar objects I get. They're like two balls of light. Let's see if I can enlarge it using the S1. That's it there. So it's very unusual. Now, I think I can enlarge it as it plays as well. I'm not sure. Let's see if I can do it. Yes, I can. So even there they talk about that UFO. So I can enlarge it there again. It's like two balls of spinning light, 2 or 3 balls. So that's just a zoom of it, and I can zoom in probably 400 times for that one. That's it, got it there. You see it? Right there. Now, someone's done this. All the copies have been removed of Apollo 11, The Untold Story, and yet even when I went to analyse all of them that were there, someone's removed what I found in National Geographic. So I believe that was a secret mission. They say there was 3 more modules built. Well, they could have built as many more as they wanted to launch other missions. That was the secret program 18, 19, 20. So if there's alien structures, they would have landed there to have a look at them, analyse them for military reasons. So that's what I'm trying to tell you there. There's a lot happening in that video. There's a lot happening. And that's been removed. Only one person has been able to put it back. And that was shown on the ABC. You see the lines there. But what I analysed has been totally removed. And you can see the yellow National Geographic squares in there. So the question is, why has this one person been able only to post it, all the others have been removed? Was it copyright reasons? And why did they remove the 10 seconds that I analysed in the book after I analysed it and posted it?